What's good, y'all? SpazzoReactz is back with another vid. Now, the plan is to finish this vid and I'm gonna go to sleep. Right now it's 2:30 a.m. I ain't gonna lie, I just want to finish the doc because it's a very good doc. The same way how I felt about In My Head, the Young Lean doc, the same way I feel about this one. Both of them is just heavy, relatable things. Anyway, let's get back into it. Let's go.
Things and get into a lot of shit, but that was new to me. That part was foreign to me. I was shocked at how bad it was. He was already out on bond when that incident happened. He had racked up so many points that, he was going to jail for a very long time.
Cleo, in her mind, was like, I'm gonna have to take care of him his whole life because he has a record, tattoos on his face. Like, it was exhausting. Just running, like, not knowing what the next option was for him.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you, Geneva. I need you to speak for yourself. Can you hear me, Geneva?
Yeah. When he called me, I was really nervous. I was like, okay, this is a jail phone call. I answer it.
All right, are you with me or against me?
I'll fucking drop the charges, but you already said that I might get in trouble and shit.
Because I don't want you to end up in jail. If you drop the charges, you're gonna end up in jail, Geneva. I had to find a way around it.
He was telling me that I would go to jail, and I was scared of that. But then he would tell me that he loved me and that he cared about me. He didn't want anything to happen to me. So there was still like a little bit of manipulation, and I was just like so confused.
I don't want you in jail, Geneva. I love you.
It's gonna drop eventually if I do not show up to court. If I don't show up to court and I don't, yeah.
Exactly. That's
I
what
know.
I'm gonna make you do. That's what I'm gonna make you do.
That's what we were gonna do regardless. The fact that he got in the amount of trouble that he did get into.
That whole combo just felt so weird. We just gonna act like he just wasn't just fucking her up. And now we just chop it up on the phone. I wasn't gonna show up to court. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna make you do. How are you setting up a plan? Bro, it just felt so weird with all this. Then after, when he gets out, he's gonna say that she lied and all this. Then all the fans are gonna be going against her. Like she lied about this whole entire shenanigans. Yet they was just on the phone chopping it up about what they was gonna do. So strange. It's like such a strange feeling.
It was not my intention. I just needed to get away from it.
Of course we believe him.
We're family. We hate to see one of our own be incarcerated, especially for an allegation, and he's literally sitting rotting in jail for an allegation that...
Almost a year.
This shit felt forever.
Everybody was like, he's arrested because of his girlfriend. And I'm like, well, this is why. When I told my piece about the situation, fans were not very understanding because obviously the person that they look up to is saying one thing and then I was saying the complete opposite. Obviously, they're not gonna believe me.
The fans are toxic. So they get an ear of things, they're going to start making up their own narratives and start twisting things and contorting it. And so now it's this on social media. Whether he did it or not, for people to make it public, all that shit brings attention towards him.
Dang, they said kill yourself. That's crazy. And just to see that she wasn't actually lying. Damn.
I want to say we were on Instagram and ASAP Rocky was like, yo, free X, that's the hottest nigga out of Florida right now, right?
Free my nigga XXX. I can't wait till you come home. Fuck is you talking about?
Now I'm going to have to go back and dispute another claim. I just can't run away from him. I had to dispute so many claims already.
He the hardest nigga in Florida. I said it. So what? You don't like
It would literally became like a hashtag. Like his mugshot went viral.
The first image I ever saw of Jahskeezy was his mugshot, and it was probably the most polarizing image of an artist I've ever seen in my life. He had tattoos on his face, half blonde, half black hair. He had this stare in his eyes. His eyes almost looked black. His image, it was exciting, it was polarizing. I knew that people wouldn't forget him because he was the first of his kind.
Ay, my life bitch, you is your mess. Ay, can't keep my dick in my pants. Ay, my bitch don't love me no more. Ay, she kicked me out on life, bro.
Unfortunately, we're living in a world where drama and bullshit sells. And so as bad as that was, it helped to catapult him to the next level because his name was everywhere. And then the Drake beef added to it.
And it was the fans who started saying something about Drake stealing this flow.
That's how we found out, because he was in jail.
The fans were speaking up.
That old Drake beef was stupid. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't even care about that. I cared more about the Rob Stone one than the Drake one. And I remember like they had Amigos beef. It was crazy. Good times.
For us.
Oh, yeah.
We don't even listen to Drake.
Demon just got out of can. I gave my bro an advance. Love is just not in my plans. My life bitch, you is your mess. Ay, can't keep my dick in my pants.
Once the fans started speaking, it all started speaking for itself.
People were finding about the music, fall in love with the music. People were finding about the...
But that was good promotion. That was amazing promotion. Drake doing that just gave him the greatest promotion ever. That was amazing.
charges, hating him for the charges. Like, he was only getting more famous by the day. Whether you loved it or whether you hated it, you just had to acknowledge it.
Look at me, fuck on me, look at me, fuck on me, look at me, fuck on me, look at me.
And I be hating how they be spelling his name. That is so disgusting. Either you capitalize it all or you don't. They make it look so nasty. Why are you capitalizing the 3 X's but leaving the Tentacion with 1 capital T and then the rest undercase? That's so disgusting.
Yeah, look at me, fuck on me, look at me, fuck on me, look at me, fuck on me, look at me, yeah.
I had labels started reaching out to me because he was locked up. Regardless of whether me and him fought like cats and dogs, he knew that I always had his best interest at heart. Who was he gonna trust? You know what I mean? I'm his mama. So he gave me power of attorney. You know, I was kind of like, oh, we should sign. He was like, no, Mom, if we can hold on and stay independent, that's where the real bag is. Seeing other people being screwed in the industry, he knew very well and from early that he wanted to own all his masters. He knew what the end game and the end goal was. Solomon found us, actually. I was intrigued by that.
You know, I saw pictures of him, of course, but, like, I don't know, in my mind, like, I was expecting him to be, like a giant almost when I saw him. And then when I saw him behind the glass, it was just kind of crazy because he was a kid. All this craziness, and he's just a kid. Like, he had all the hope in the world, and you could see he was vulnerable. So at that point, I'm just like, yo, no matter what, yo, I got this kid. I got him.
We got our first deal while he was locked up.
We got that $100 grand to license Look at Me to Empire, and it was off to...
Look at that. The same label that keeps snatching all my funds. I just can't get away from them. Solomon, please help me out. Y'all keep snatching everything from me. I can't even get no change from it. At least we can share the profit. I'm getting everything snatched from me. I can't do nothing.
The races from there.
At the time where you came across Look at Me, are you aware of what had happened to make those numbers start jumping?
No, I really didn't give a fuck, to be honest. That wasn't a concern to me. I just knew that the record was special, it was moving, and I just started chasing it. I think my first contact with him was Bob called me on three-way with him in prison. And we talked for a couple minutes, and he told me he had a couple other deals that he was looking at, so on and so forth. And he called me back with Bob on the phone. He said, I'm gonna do your deal. And I said, I don't understand. Why would you do our deal versus the other deal? And mind you, the other deal was like a traditional multi-album deal, large advance. I think the advance was like 1.5 million, he told me. My offer was like 100K for like 2 singles. And
just 2 singles, you get 100K? That sounds like the most easiest thing ever. I don't know how people really be messing up their label when it comes to that. Bro, they asked you for 2 singles for 100K. That's the easiest thing I've ever heard. If you can't do, bro, there's rappers out there that would get this deal and they'll fumble it because they can't make 2 singles. They sitting there spending all their money and not making no music. They fall in love with the lifestyle before they even fell in love with the craft. Now they sitting here broke and they haven't even made their 2 singles. Craziness. That is literally the most easiest thing I ever heard.
I asked him, I said, why would you do my deal over the other deal? You're only like 18, bro. That's a lot of money. He said, because your deal makes me a partner and their deal makes me a slave.
Something still tells me that they made him a slave anyway. When he died, they just milked his name. Milked it. Just everything. Watch, bro. I'm telling you, he's gonna have another project come out. I'm telling you, bro. Like, how does he have this much music? I would understand if it's like it's his old, like, unreleased. Like when they leaked what's that one song that Clams Casino produced? That Lil B song, 3 AM Freestyle. When they leaked that one, I can see if they leaking old songs. But bro, when it comes to this new sounding music, all mastered and all this, Heart Eater, this song with Lil Peep, bro, him and what's called, then Lil Peep didn't even like X. How they even had a song together? It just doesn't make sense. They're milking this man's name. And me personally, I feel like I don't want to put it on the mom, but bro, even the mom should know that they milking his name. Like, let's be real. The mom should know. As if she just trying to get the benefits, but bro, the mom should know that they milking that man's name for everything that he has. I'm telling you, keep seeing new projects pop up. There's no way. No absolute way. And what? There's gonna be a new one coming up. I'm telling you. How many projects they just gonna keep milking this man's name out of?
Howdy there. And comes with bags. I still feel like I'm dreaming. I feel like I just broke up out this bitch. Yeah. Don't go to jail in Broward County. Don't go to jail in Broward County. They not finna let you out. Oh, that boy came. You look fresher than a bitch. Yo, my nigga. Oh my goodness. I'm out this shit, dog. I'm out this shit, dog. Yeah. This shit about to be crazy.
This is all you, bro.
This shit about to be crazy.
Oh, goodness.
I'm gonna call my mom.
Oh shit, bro, you out? Nigga.
Look, FaceTime.
Huh?
FaceTime.
I look awful, baby.
Do it. Hi, princess. You look beautiful. What are you?
What is she talking about? She looks amazing. Fantastic. I don't know what she was talking about. I'm getting distracted.
Talking about?
I look horrible, are you kidding?
You look like sex.
How does it feel to be free?
I feel like crying. I'm about to get on my knees. I'm dead ass serious. So don't come back to the shit.
I'm so happy you're finally out.
Yeah.
You look fresh, bro.
Yeah, I look like a jag. I love you.
I love you. See you in a little bit.
I'm gonna call you. Oh, man. Yo, my fucking name comes up, my nigga.
See, bro, I'm telling you, it feels so wonderful. Just seeing your name pop up in Google. The only thing I'm missing is my photos. I don't got those yet, but my name do pop up. Bro, I'm gonna be real. It's hurting my heart. I never thought I'd be hurt over this, bro. Why am I losing Instagram followers? What did I do? Did I get canceled or something? Bro, they're just going down one by one by one. I'm like, dang. I was just at like 3,700. I'm all the way at like 3,003K. 3.3K now. I was just at 3.7K. I'm losing all my followers. I don't know what I did. I'm posting sexy pics. I'm giving them sexy reels. It's not enough. They leaving me. For what? I had to get canceled or something. I don't know what I did. I'm like, did I post something? What did I do? I don't even know. I gotta care about followers, bro. This is my status. I need guap. I'm losing it all.
jahskeezyinquires, better known by his stage name XXXTentacion, is an American hip-hop recording artist from Plantation, Florida. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, that's a lot of fucking followers. Hey, holy shit. Holy shit. Hey.
I'll be like that soon. I'm telling you, I'm manifesting it now.
Hey, what the fuck? Bitch, you was your best. Can't keep my dick in my pants. My bitch don't let me know. She kicked me out of life, bro. That bitch don't wanna be friends. I give her dick, she a man. She put her 10 on my dick. Look at my wrist about 10. Fuck on me, fuck on me, yeah. Look at me, let's take over the fucking world. Yeah, fuck on me, yeah.
Put me down, boy. Hi, baby. You smell like
cigarettes.
Cigarettes?
Yes, I do. Ass and cigarettes.
I know that shit stink. Hate the smell of cigarettes. Well, do I? I don't know. They sometimes smell good, but sometimes they stink. They smell bouncy.
Are you sure?
No.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess you like this jacket better, huh?
Just like
Let me pick you up.
if you could. Papa.
Is he up?
No, I'm gonna let him sleep.
Yeah, he's not gonna wake up.
Yo, this is hilarious.
Like, yo, bro, you about to have a #1 record soon. Do you understand that? You're gonna have a #1 record. You about to have the biggest song in the country very soon. Very soon. So just leave all the BS alone, bro. But your really important thing is to ignore her.
Ignore her. Ignore her, yeah.
Keep away from all that bullshit because it's not worth it. You feel me? Look what you already went through over that.
Understood.
And look where you going.
Facts.
For real, look where you at right now. Like
Now is about your family and about your life, about your career, about you accomplishing everything you ever wanted. That's the only thing that matters, man. Leave everything else in the past, bro, and just make the most out of it. Make your little brother proud, make your mother proud, make your family proud, bro. That's all everybody wants. It's just to be proud of you, you know what I mean? And for you to change the lineage of the Inquires for the rest of eternity.
yeah. And you are the example right now. I mean, I'm not saying you're a role model like that, but people are looking at you, and you now have a lot of responsibilities as a grown man.
You hear that, Leo? You got a lot of responsibility. I'm handing this to you.
As a grown man.
Yeah?
So cute. Yeah.
I swear, I know he feeling a little not embarrassed. Like, you know, like when the spotlight just goes onto you, just sitting there, just looking like just weird. Like, I don't know if the word is embarrassed, but you kind of got that that little cringe feeling in your heart. Just, I don't know. Yeah.
I understand.
Nah, you're gonna be just fine.
I'm gonna just take it one step at a time.
That's all you can do, man. Just take it one step at a time and just try to do the right thing.
Yeah.
That's all that counts, man.
Mom is so fun. Oh my god. Like, every time to see her in the frame, it's like, bro, like, what are you doing?
This is a story. This is a full story, and this is the last time I will tell it. She was already bruised on her face. All while she was staying with me, she was already bruised on her face. Now, with the severe bruising, I don't know how the fucking severe bruising came about, but she had, like, bruises on the left side of her face when she was at Bruno's.
I think she got jumped. That's what I told everybody. Like, yo, she got jumped. Cause the way she was fucked up, I think she got jumped. They're not gonna admit to it. I don't give a fuck. That's not my part of the story. But that bitch got whooped bad. So I didn't beat her. Nor do I give a fuck about who beat her at this time, because now I know she's an evil bitch. There's a story.
And the way he said that he ain't gonna tell it again, I don't know. Like, I mean, now we know he did it. But at the time, I was like, dang, bro, why she lying on him? And he said in Roll in Peace that a girl, what did he say? He made, I forgot the lyrics, but he mentioned it in Roll in Peace with Kodak. But at the time, I believed the man. I was like, yo, he didn't do it. And then it comes to find out when the documentary dropped, he did. Damn. Womp womp. Shit had me feeling like a buffoon.
Jahseh was like, no, Mom, it's not true. And a part of me, you know, took that and run with it.
What do you think now?
I mean, that's my son. Even if he's Hitler, that's my son. If he's the devil, that's my son. I birthed him. Wrong, right, or indifferent, I'm gonna have his back no matter what, and I'm gonna have his best interests at heart. So naturally for me, I wanna save my child. Any mother would have done the same thing, I would think.
Dancing?
Yeah.
What do you mean I was dancing?
Like whining, like slow.
Oh! I could never repay my mom for the amount of pain that she's been through, and I gave her more, and she still stood there hanging on with broken hands. I could never repay her for that. I am forever in her debt, and I do everything that I still do now for my fans and for my mother. There's most definitely a difference between Jahseh Onfroy and XXXTentacion. Nobody cared about Jahseh Onfroy. Jahseh Onfroy was very meek. Jahseh Onfroy was weak.
You're leaving now. Now, everybody go. You take everybody out the door now.
Nobody gave a fuck about me as an individual. Nobody gave a fuck about how I felt. Now my opinion is respected, and every move I make is recorded and calculated. Nobody cared about Jahseh Onfroy until he took on the persona as XXX.
Darkness sells. Bad things sells. The shit that your parents tell you not to do sells. You pick up on that shit quick in this industry, so when you're trying to go ahead, that's usually the formula.
I'm gonna make the world hate me. I'm gonna be the supervillain. I'm gonna make this whole thing crumble.
People like the villains.
Yeah, they do. I definitely agree. They definitely do. I'm gonna ruin everything for everybody. Yeah.
When I really knew that we were really doing something crazy was the Revenge Tour.
The shows were huge. I didn't even expect that. I don't even think he expected it.
It was so relieving to see Jah's efforts of always doing some outlandish shit actually make sense. Like, it was a method to the madness, and it worked hella good.
And boy, sipping tea. What the fuck is up, you buttercup? In that butt, smoking suicide, bloody blood. Pussy boy, you talking shit on Twitter. It ain't not enough.
Jah was a real showman. Every single night, he's trying to outdo the last night. You know, what could I do that's more memorable than the last night?
I love it, right? Hey, fuck all that talking shit. Do that shit for fun. Bitch, I'm sipping tea. Hey, yo, what the fuck is up? Bitch, I'm sipping tea. Hey, yo, what the fuck is up?
We're gonna play this shit, and I'm gonna try and commit suicide, okay? Play this shit.
I remember being at these shows and watching these kids soak in every word that Josh said. The way he would speak to them at mass would kind of be like a mass. It would be like church for them.
Bro, I'm telling you, whoever's drinking out that bottle, once it hits somebody's lips, that's the end of it, and they get to have it. Bro, I can only imagine how many lips. Matter of fact, bro, when breath hits it, it's already dirty. You might as well just let them have it. All them times that we was sharing with our homeboys, they Gatorade and all this, while they could have been out here doing their little nasty activities. We basically got the same thing at that point. Bro, when that stuff happens again, let them have it. The breath is going to hit the bottle. Just let them have it at that point. Germs is germs. You can't get away from it.
It was like a cult, and he would be like their god.
See? Bro, it hit his lips.
Listen, to win everything in life, you have to acquire your purpose. Now, that state of depression, that basically that mind of depression that we all start off with, when we feel, when we feel pointless, when we feel like we're not capable of anything, is because we have not found our purpose. You understand? Now, when you often find your purpose and you reach for the sky, people will often tell you that it's not possible. Now let me ask you something. Do you think you can be right here or right where the fuck you want to be?
I remember him always telling me, like, I'm making music for the broken people, for the people that feel how I feel.
Heart's been broke, I hate myself, but it won't show. I constantly lose all my remorse, and it's time for warfare. 3 for the shepherd, and it's 1 for the sheepfold. Let what you left it often. Gave his reception as a handle of weapon. Took a bite of your apple, give me all you can offer. Now I'm trapped in a changing maze, setting my soul ablaze. Couldn't control the pace. Words is going hate. Hardness is reckless, is this word of a pacifist, word of a masochist. I'm all for the man, my lord. I spoke to a man from here. He said he would save me if I gave him one thing he needed. What is this thing I pleaded? Boy, it's the kid of envy. Does this what my face is showing? Taking about this one, I tells me. What you pray with?
Why the fuck are y'all reporting me, bruh? I am at Instagram. I'm not fucking posting nothing, bruh. This is not fair. That's the 3rd account I've lost to Instagram because of fucking hating ass ex-fans. And I fucking hate y'all. And I wish I could just take my soul and put it in another fucking body or something because I fucking hate myself because of y'all. I'm not crying because Instagram is my life, bro. I'm crying because y'all are my income, bro. Like, I couldn't get a job because the situation was so popular that people would come into the place I worked and they'll just like ask me questions and like the situation's fresh. I would start crying to the point where the managers were like, why are you always crying? Like, we don't need this. And everybody was like, you're ruining his career. But at the same time, I felt like my whole life was ruined because nobody even cared. Like after that, I was homeless. Like I lived in a hotel for like almost a year after that. And the whole time, I'm like, everybody hates me, when I was just trying to say what happened. And on top of that, they were asking me what happened. Like, everybody was, like, asking me what happened, and I'm trying to tell it. If you're gonna think that I'm a liar, I'm a liar. Because how am I supposed to fight that? I'm only one person.
Damn.
It was a really dark moment for me, and there was no way that I could just stop it. He had the power to do all that.
Fuck on me, hey! Look at me! What? Hey, look at me! Fuck on me! Look at me! Fuck on me! Look at me! Fuck on me! Look at me! Yeah!
Rolling loud, make some noise one time for XXX! Hey!
I love you. I love you all. Good night.
I can pay your mama house payment. I can pay your mortgage, baby.
75 of these hoes in America.
Ooh, I said, where can I drive it?
Can't forget. You see this fucking mugshot on the platinum plaque? Yeah, bitch. Borrow.
I met Jahskeezy in early August. He was coming to LA to finish his album 17. I was waiting for them in the studio, and while I was waiting for them to show up, I just was kind of playing the guitar, hanging out. And he walked into the studio and introduced himself and was like, "You play guitar?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he just started singing something. That night was a long night. I remember he goes into the booth and he was trying to kind of figure out a certain melody, and the engineer wasn't getting the sound right. I kind of figured out what he wanted in his head and was able to translate that a little bit.
Dead inside, spend a lot of time stuck in his head. Under the assumption love is dead.
He was one of those people that had everything in his head, just didn't know physically how to like translate that into a record, like the process of production. And so I kind of just started fitting in there.
I know a lot of fans, a lot of people thought he was gonna make an album full of look at me's, but instead he made this vulnerable, emotional masterpiece, really. I remember...
Yeah, I'm never gonna beat this dispute. I'm never gonna beat it. Jocelyn Flores is gonna play. I'm never gonna beat that, bro. I'm telling you. Oh my God.
When 17 came out, I was worried at the time because as amazing as I thought the project was, I was like, yo, people are either gonna love this or they're gonna hate this. I didn't really think there was gonna be an in-between. So, people loved it.
Tell the feeling like I'm trapped in my damn mind. Tell the feeling like I'm rapping a damn lie. Tell the feeling like my life is a damn game. Nigga really wanna die in the nighttime. Only time I feel pain when I'm feeling love.
I remember Kendrick Lamar giving it praise, and so many people really, really, really surprised at how Ja just left his soul on that project. He just gave it to you. It was raw, it was honest, it was everything. And also nothing like we've ever heard before.
My first article about XXXTentacion was in February 2017, and he was already blowing up. Around the time that X was blowing up was a moment when people were becoming more conscious of what kind of values they wanted to support. It was a strange moment for somebody to be coming up who also had these terrible allegations attached to him. So at this point, it was people are listening to his music, people that we respect and admire are recommending his music. There's more to the story. Here's what this young woman said under oath he did to her.
Y'all niggas mad I'm successful? My no, but on some real shit. If you don't like me, refer me to your auntie so I can put my in her. Cause if y'all really think I ever gave a about anything y'all be saying, or y'all gonna make me miserable, I'm y'all little sisters and they. I swear to God, everybody that called me.
Yeah, I did forget that he said that. Pause. What if they underage? Let's be real. Facts. Then again, he is like 19 at this time, so I don't know. That's the weird thing about age, though, because you got people that go like for this that 2-year rule, but yet they'll still be considered a minor, and you'll be considered an adult. I tell you, bro, like the whole law thing just be so like weird. Like, I don't know, just stuff don't be making sense, especially since in other states, like to be considered an adult is like at different ages. Like in Nebraska, to be considered an adult is 19. But overall, 18 is an adult. That's the weirdest thing ever, bro. Not, like, why can't the states just be on the same page? It just doesn't make sense.
A domestic abuser. I'm finna domestically abuse y'all little sister from the back. Fuck aren't you? Is this making you mad yet? If you hate me, are you mad yet? Are you gonna go on Reddit and post really bad things about me? Hashtag insensitive.
He had gone on social media, and I think it was on his story, and he had a girl next to him, and they were laughing and giggling, and he made a pretty aggressive remark towards women, and it was pretty bad. I mean, it was bad enough that women in my office were talking about it. And so we all decided to jump on the phone with him. It was me, his mom, Solomon, the criminal attorney, and the entertainment attorney. I don't think anybody else was on the call. It was a group call. And they kind of wanted to address some of his actions, and he wasn't fucking with it. He was really upset, started yelling at us. He was always adamant that he wanted to express whatever it was he wanted to express, and he didn't give a fuck what anybody had to think about it. And so I remember we hung up the phone, but I called him, and I was like, bro, let me holler at you. And he was like, what's up? And I said to him, you know, you've spent all this time building this relationship to your audience on social media, and I know you really love and cherish this role of the villain, and the villain has gotten you pretty far, but I don't think you need to be the villain anymore. You already popping. Just be who you are. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I don't know if it was that conversation, I don't know if he had other conversations with his mom or his other friends around him or whatever, but I want to say that, like, something definitely changed after that incident. Things started to change with him.
I apologize to anyone I've offended within the last couple of hours. Obviously, you guys know I'm going through a lot just due to this case. If I want to assert myself in my career or have my views respected, I realize that I have to treat everything with care and take time and have patience with people. I just want people to know that I'm not trying to lead their children down a dark path, and that I really want something good for the human race. So with that being said, I hope everyone has a good day.
There's some issues where people need to be scrutinized. There's some issues where people just need to be put away. You feel me? But there's some issues where people need help, especially kids. He was mature. Streetwise, he was mature. He was music, business savvy, you know what I mean? He had a lot of, so he had to have some type of like hustle in his family background, you could tell that. But at the end of the day, like emotionally, he wasn't there yet.
How did his age factor into your perspective on this?
It made me sad. You know, he allegedly did to her what he allegedly did, but that doesn't mean that he didn't suffer as well. That doesn't make him just a two-dimensional person either.
Me, bro, I gotta make that vid. Oh my god, I gotta make that vid to when I got sent to the ward. This reminds me of that exact same experience. Cause bro, I went in there during school, bro. They told me I had to stay there overnight cause I was not ready to go home and I'll be a danger to myself. And they end up putting me on high risk suicide to where a person had to watch me outside that door. And they could not leave that whole time, because if they would have left, they feel like I would have killed myself. So I was in there watching TV, eating, and they were just there that whole time, just watching me. And then when they had to leave, then another person came to watch me. It was definitely a crazy time, I tell you. But I'm grateful for that time though. It was something different, for sure.
I saw him battle with his demons from the very beginning. I wish I could have helped more. I didn't know how to help. I didn't know what to do.
It's one of those days where you realize nothing fucking matters. One of those days where you feel like driving off a bridge.
Real.
Am I really quitting? Yes, I'm quitting. I don't know for how long, but I'm just not gonna make music right now. I mean, it's just been that my mind's been fucked up. My mind has been somewhere else.
He saw a doctor and was diagnosed as bipolar. They were giving him medicine to take. You know, he hated the medicine, of course. Medicine made him dull, uncreative. It was hard for him to be himself.
What are they gonna say now?
Pop me up, B.
Isn't it clear I don't give a fuck?
He made himself ugly at one point by shaving off his eyebrows. That's what he called it. Shedding who he was.
If you feel as if your physical identity has to be the same as everyone else's to be socially acceptable, you're stupid. Be yourself.
He wanted to trip acid. I think he was kind of trying to free his mind from everything that was going on. But it was kind of to dig deeper into yourself to understand, like, why you think like this. Why do you act like that? He wanted to shed his skin. He kept saying it to me. He was like, bro, I feel like I don't like this. You feel me? The skin I'm in. He just meant like he wanted to become a better person, you know what I mean? He just kept saying that over and over. And I was like, yeah, I feel you, bro. We gonna get through this. Like, you gonna become a better person, bro. Don't worry.
He was going through a lot, and we would be making songs, and sometimes in between the process, I would kind of leave my phone on, just forgetting about it, and then we would start talking about something. This is one.
In the same sense, though, my paranoia be fucking with me, bro. I just be lost.
Because you be thinking so much, bro.
I do, bro. But I can't turn it off.
Yeah,
You shouldn't turn it off, bro. You gotta accept it.
So how? My main thing is, how do I control this shit?
Control what?
My thought process.
You can't suppress it. You gotta just. It has to be a relationship with your thoughts. You have to have conversations with your thoughts. You know what I mean? It's like pressure. You know, pressure builds up and it'll just overload you.
Bro, you make me feel like I got somebody. You feel me? You be having my back.
Bro, it'd be so strange hearing recordings. They're hearing a person's voice when they're dead. Like, it'd just be so crazy. Like, this man was just talking. Now he's dead. That is crazy. I swear, life gotta be a simulation.
You showed me you got my back, you be mad consistent. That shit makes me happy as fuck. I never took to men, cause bro, when I was younger, nigga, my mom used to get beat. And you know what I'm saying? She'll fuck with a nigga that used to beat her. I used to have to beat niggas up when I was little. Like, I was like, bro, it sounds crazy. You know, I'm 6, 7 years old, biting niggas in their stomach and all types of crazy shit. Yes, nigga, ask my mom, I left a big ass scar, niggas beating my mom in front of me, nigga. I'm biting they fucking flesh out their stomach. All types of shit, you feel me? I be trying to find ground in my own mind. And it's like, I don't get no help in that aspect. But it's like, I'll go to like thinking like this, I've been tired. I'm tired of feeling tired, bro.
Real.
Hello, from the dark side in. Does anybody here wanna be my friend? Want it all to end? Tell me when the fuck is it all gonna end? What's in my head telling me I'm gonna end up dead? So save me before I fall.
Okay, guys, so basically, this is what I wanted to explain today, just based off of what I've learned. You have to take a second to sit down to thoroughly observe your patterns. Do you move when you don't want to move? Do you get angry when you don't want to get angry? You have to fix these things about yourself. You have to give a fuck about yourself, and that makes life so much better. Like, I'm learning to do it now, and it makes life 10 times better. It makes you feel better. I want you to start a journal.
That's when the internal change was happening. He was actually changing internally, trying to preach a positive message because he kind of had a negative impact, and he wanted to balance that out.
I'm gonna stop calling you guys fans. I'm gonna start calling you members of my cult. This is a cult, not a fan base. Or we have this big family of a fan base, and there's a lot of us that are depressed, myself, including myself. There's a lot of us that are depressed, so just hashtag my name and find another person that listens to my music and help them through their problems. So here's what we'll do. We'll start a hashtag today. I want you to get this trending. Hashtag, you tell me your problems and I'll tell you mine. And we will use this hashtag to communicate with other fans and friends and that listen to my music that need help.
He did not want that image to follow him around for the rest of his life. But when it comes to his relationship with Geneva, I do sincerely think that he wanted to fix his relationship with her privately. But between the law, the case, and then the public, that was like an impossible task. He had what's called a no contest order of protection against Geneva.
Under the assumption love is dead already. Let me be here. One of the girls that he was living with, she hit me up on Instagram. She told me that Jahskeezy wanted to speak to me. And I was like, what? I ended up speaking to him. I was on FaceTime with him, and he was telling me that he wanted to meet up and apologize to me. And I was really scared because I didn't know if it was a setup. I was like still very afraid of him. So I was scared, but I just had to like overcome it. I felt like I had to face my problems.
Reporting live from Florida with the alleged hurricane.
We'd like hang out here and there. I spent a whole weekend with him during a hurricane, and like nobody even knew. People online would be like, they hate each other. But in reality, like we were talking. For me, like I found sympathy and empathy in the situation, and I was able to literally just like forgive him because I feel like I basically compared it to my mother. Like my mother has abused me, and you don't see people disowning their mother because of that. Well, you do, but not necessarily in every instance.
They both had an opinion on what should happen, but at some point the state of Florida wanted otherwise.
When Geneva sent in her affidavit to say she no longer wanted to pursue criminal charges, I think that prompted them to go through the jail calls. You know, there was so much stuff on there. They easily charged Jahskeezy with a bunch of new counts of witness tampering.
Okay, guys, so I was just given 7 more charges by the state attorney's office, and I have a court date on the 15th. So I would ask that everyone come to support me. I ask that the people that do come bearing positive energy.
He had this court date in December. The day before, I was asking him, like, what's the worst thing that could happen tomorrow? He answered that he'd be taken in for a couple hours and they'd be able to get him out that same day.
The fans took over the whole courthouse. They were calling the judge, like doing all kinds of crazy stuff. As soon as we walk in the room, you could feel the energy from the judge. He didn't even get a chance to say a word. She just started going in.
Sir, will you stop lying to all your friends? We know your friends are in here to watch you, make a fuss, make you take little videos for YouTube. You need to get out of here.
It seemed like she just knew in her mind she was gonna take him that day to make an example of, you don't have more power than we do.
They ended up taking him in for a week.
All those charges added up. So I believe he was looking at 20 years. Now, because of his status, it requires him to be segregated in solitary, not being in general population. He doesn't have access to sitting and talking to people or anything that can stimulate him. And he already struggled with hearing voices in his head and being alone. Anytime locked up in solitary would be a problem for him, and we knew that.
It doesn't matter how many times he spoke about like helping each other or something like that. It was always, okay, but he beat Geneva. Like he.
All right, my peeps. Dang, we got pretty far. I ain't gonna lie. We only got a little bit left. Yeah, for sure. Anyway, y'all, this is the end of the vid. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Without further ado, peace, y'all.